Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another Walking Dead character video. Today we will be looking at the Bitten Whisperer. It's a bit random, sure, but I just like how this minor character adds some extra lore to the Whisperers as a group. So, the Bitten Whisperer is of course male. He is played by Ben Vandermeer. He is late 20s to early 30s and first appears in Choke Point. But I guess we're also probably hearing his screams in Guardians. Nothing is known about this man's life before the outbreak aside. This may have been when he married his wife, or maybe he married her after the outbreak, who knows. After the outbreak began, the man eventually found and joined the Whisperers, using walker skin to live among the dead. Now it's unsure when he joined, maybe it was before Alpha did, or after she assumed leadership. Who knows, but he seemed to be pretty indoctrinated into the movement, so my guess he's been a part of this group for a while. He called walkers guardians, he wore walker skin, and he helped to kill people most likely. It's possible his wife, again, like I said before, was with him this whole Whisperer journey, or he might have met her whilst being in the Whisperers, you know, having a lovely little zombie skin marriage to her, you know, yeah, it's possible. Eventually, the Whisperers migrated towards Virginia, and he probably helped to set up this new camp, which is obviously fairly close to where all the communities are located. One day, he witnessed Alpha leave to retrieve her daughter and come back with her, but eventually, this Henry kid arrives. The man likely witnessed the mutiny attempt too. At night, the Whisperer camp is suddenly attacked by some Guardians. And although it happens off screen, basically the man didn't have his mask on when the Guardians wandered in, and so he was attacked by one of these Guardians and he was bitten on the neck. And of course, it was Daryl and Connie who did this. Oh, those rascals. In Season 9, after being bitten, the man is treated by two other Whisperers for his wound, when, of course, Big Boy Beta comes along to the dying man. The other Whisperers back off, and Beta grabs the man's head quite aggressively, actually, and pulls it back. The man shivers in fear and pain as the blood begins to seep from his neck. The man turns to Beta, declaring, "I am going to be one of the Guardians," and Beta replies that "You'll always be one of us, though." Beta then strokes the man's face and tells the other Whisperers to find the man's wife as the change is coming. Weirdly, Beta then strokes his face again. I assumed the first time was like to check his temperature, but the second time, that was just odd. Then the man sort of grips his injury in pain. And that's all we see of the Bitten Whisperer alive. It can be assumed that if his wife was alive, that she said her goodbyes, and then off screen, the man likely slowly died because of his injury, and eventually he turned into a walker. Beta then herds the walker Whisperer, the walker Bitten Whisperer, or walking bitter Whisperer Guardian, or whatever you want to call him. He herds him amongst the other walkers to help him on his scouting mission to reclaim Lydia. And as Beta and the zombie man approach the building, they see Daryl on the balcony, and rudely Daryl decides to shoot the zombie Bitten Whisperer man with his crossbow, putting down the Bitten Whisperer for good. Beta sees his body, the bolt in his head, and he seems pissed. The Bitten Whisperer's body is likely left there to rot. R.I.P. the Bitten Whisperer. Okay, this was a minor one and a bit random, but I do think it's cool that we see this guy dying, and then later we see what occurs for the deceased Whisperers. They're obviously just added to their little hordes. I guess it's another layer of lore, so I just like it, okay? But it's kind of sad when you think about it, because this guy was kind of at least glad he was going to be one of the Guardians, and turns out he was a Guardian for about 5 minutes, and then he's dead. I wonder if his wife survived. Maybe she's still alive, who knows? And, you know, chilling with Keith. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Tell me your thoughts on the Bitten Whisperer, and let's spin that wheel. Let's see who the next profile will be on. The Coleman family from Woodbury. Now, of course, I have covered Michael Coleman, so I'm only going to be covering Emily Coleman, Bessie Coleman, and Michael Jr. Coleman. Goodbye.